This week's episode of In the Groove is brought to you by Chord Limited. Those design guys at CMB Creative, producers of Draconian Switch webzine and Erotic Art Week TNT. What's your name and what's your medium?
My name is Brian Roberts. I sang my work Brian. And under Brian you see DMA, the Mad Artist.
I'm Tyler Sylvester. I am displaying under the name of Silver Star, and my medium is photography.
My name is Rex Dixon. I'm a painter. I've been living in the Caribbean since 1985. I taught at the Eddie Manley School for the Visual Arts, as it was then, till 1999. And I came to Trinidad with my wife in 2001, built the studio on the Maracas Valley. I've been painting full-time ever since.
It depends on what side of the bed I get up in the morning. I choose a medium.
Okay, my name is Marilyn Morrison. As far as a medium goes, I don't choose any particular medium. I just do whatever crosses my mind.
My name is Erotic Archer. My brand is Chisel Menswear. My medium is fashion.
My name is Rodell Warner, and I'm a graphic designer. I also use photography, but for this exhibition, what I'm doing is an installation, basically, I guess, an installation.
Fashion governs what we wear, and what we wear is on our body, and our body is an erotic medium. The two just naturally belong together.
Well, I'm not entirely sure. I've sent proposals with 3 suggestions, and I think only one has been recorded because they've sent me over to Softbox. But yeah, I would love to show paintings, I would love to perform, and I would love to work together as a collaborative group doing an installation video.
My name is Dean Allen. I consider myself an installation artist.
Quinn Johnson, and the work for this show, it's embroidery on linen.
My name is Dominic Thomas, and I work on a digital medium.
Tracy Assing. I have a few photos in the exhibit.
Illustrator, Photoshop, sometimes even paint if I feel like it.
Marlon Dabo, graphic designer, medium, 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional. So.
What 3D object do you find erotic?
For me, it could be a flower the shape of a leaf, a rock formation. You know, I tend to actually see a lot of erotica in nature.
What I find erotic about 3-dimensional objects?
Inanimate object I find erotic. Maybe a Hans Baumer sculpture.
I didn't expect that question.
I figured that almost any object with any either intentionally or unintentionally particular appearance can take on a very erotic feel, simply because we're in Erotic Art Week.
Inanimate object I find erotic.
I would like to say books, but only because of the information, not necessarily anything about dimensions or texture. But I like information. I think what is really arousing then, or would incite arousal for me particularly, is information.
That's an interesting one.
I don't know, razor.
Any type of flowers, which is a living thing. So I don't know if you want to say that it's inanimate, but it's still a living thing. Can be very erotic.
You know, it's ridiculous.
Cameras are erotic. Yeah, you throw a camera in a situation, people start acting, things start happening depending on, you know.
I guess TV, television.
Well, it's still different. The person in front of the camera is doing the acting. The person behind the camera is directing, I guess.
There are so many, Very recently, I was looking at a mortar and pestle because I was thinking of photographing, a mortar and pestle. I was also looking at a pastel press.
Underwear? Yeah.
A penis looks like a knife.
Well, is that part of the person's attire that directly touches their genitals?
A pillow. Pillow, yeah.
This is also quite disturbing because I see it as phallic, and then these little rope things remind me of bondage, and that it can hurt when you get tied, those little marks that you get, but I wouldn't know.
Define erotic.
We all know what erotic is. I mean, we have carnival, or we know what's hot. We know what's erotic. But I think men and women in our region are exploited because of that eroticized construct of the black, virile beach boy male with the big bamboo.
I think people's eroticism is a personal thing, an individual thing. What I might find erotic may not be somebody else's erotic.
Erotica for me is the poetry of sex, sexuality.
Yes, everything phallic is disturbing, harmful, wrong, evil. Anything round is good, like, the glass of wine and the little rim, you can imagine fingering it. It just seems lovely.
Words. I was speaking to this woman who I have this great respect for. I had the greatest respect for her. And I got her angry. And she started to use some choice expletives while she was speaking to me. And I suddenly I felt like telling her, baby, I want to make love to you.
Anything that incites arousal, in a sense.
All right, what is eroticism? People have different views on the line between eroticism and, let's say, porn. Right? There's a lot of eroticism online that's available to everyone, and the line, you have to choose where your line is. I mean, and your line for everybody would be different.
Erotic, it's definitely constructed. It's a word or a concept that's racialized, it's gendered, and it's politicized. It's also based on certain geographies.
I don't think of erotic as something that necessarily has to be sexual. That to say that you see something like a naked person or something, people might look at just feet and think that it's sexy and it arouses them. People look at, or at least engages in conversations and actually think that's erotic. Yeah.
Memory is a very erotic thing. I mean, Samuel Beckett did a very short play about a man with a tape recorder just reminiscing, a very old man, about his erotic adventures with a woman in a boat on a river, and so memory can be very erotic.
Because my work is never to do with erotica, and the whole idea of Erotic Art Week is to open discussion about what is erotic and what isn't. It's kind of forcing me to think about what I think erotic is, which I don't know, and what other people think erotic is, because if I'm making what it's supposed to be erotic, then it means that other people have to find it erotic as well. So I don't know. I think if I don't know, maybe other people don't know either what they find erotic.